What if I told you the guy who felt just like a rock star, the king of beer bongs and Bentleys, the man with more face tattoos than I have good decisions, has completely traded it all in? What if I told you his new life involves less sold-out arenas and more ponies? And I mean literal, actual ponies. Not a metaphor, not a car, an actual four-legged, hay-eating pony. You're probably thinking, no way, that's not Posty. Well, you're wrong, because the Post Malone the world thinks they know is gone. And in his place is someone so shockingly different, so unbelievably wholesome, it's going to blow your mind. We just got a rare glimpse into the secret life of Austin Post, the dad, and trust me, it is absolutely nothing like you'd expect. What is up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Your Name, and today we are diving deep into one of the most unexpected celebrity transformations I have ever seen. If you love seeing a side of your favorite artist you never get to see, do me a huge favor and smash that like button. And hey, consider subscribing, because we're about to unpack the incredible evolution of Post Malone from party icon to cowboy dad. It's a wild ride. All right, let's get right into it. For years, the public image of Post Malone has been carefully cultivated, whether intentionally or not. He's the lovable, slightly chaotic, genre-bending artist who could drop a rap banger, a pop anthem, and a grunge cover all in the same week. He's the guy you'd imagine would be the most fun person to hang out with, but also maybe the guy you'd have to apologize for the next morning. His music, his tattoos, his entire vibe screamed, "I live life at 110%, no regrets." He literally has a song called Rockstar, and for all intents and purposes, he was living that life to the absolute fullest. We saw the pictures, we heard the stories, we sang along to the anthems. But behind the scenes, a monumental shift was happening, a life-altering, perspective-shattering event that changes everyone it touches: fatherhood. Now, Posty has been a dad for a little while, but he has been notoriously, and I mean aggressively, private about it. He and his partner, now ex-fiancée Jamie Park, have kept their daughter completely out of the spotlight. They haven't even publicly shared her name, which in a world where celebrity kids are practically brands from birth, is a massive sign of respect for her privacy. And I, for one, think that's incredibly admirable. It's a power move. It says, my fame is mine, her childhood is hers. But recently, in a new profile with GQ magazine, Post Malone cracked the door open. He gave us a tiny, fascinating peek into his new reality, and the quotes he gave are they're pure gold. They paint a picture of a man who is just as lost, just as amazed, and just as in love with being a dad as any regular guy out there. First up, he hits us with his absolute gem of honesty. When asked about being a dad, he says, quote, "I don't know the hell I'm doing." Let's just pause on that for a second. This is a man who has commanded stadiums of 80,000 people, who has collaborated with the biggest names in music, who has built an entire empire. And when it comes to raising a tiny human, he's like, yeah, I've got nothing, no clue. And honestly, that's the most relatable thing I have ever heard a celebrity say. Forget the private jets and the diamond grills. Admitting you're just winging it as a parent, that's real. He follows it up by saying, I take it a day at a time. I think it's important that way. We're learning every day. This isn't some curated PR answer. This is the genuine, unfiltered thought process of a new dad. There's no handbook, there's no tutorial. You're just thrown into the deep end and you learn to swim one day at a time. The fact that he's open about that vulnerability is, in my opinion, what makes this whole new chapter for him so compelling. He's not pretending to be a perfect, all-knowing father. He's just a guy trying his best, learning on the job. And in a world of picture-perfect Instagram families, that raw honesty is so refreshing. It's what makes him feel less like Post Malone, the superstar, and more like Austin, the dad. Now, this interview came out just a month after his ex-fiancée, Jamie, dropped a custody case surrounding their daughter. And before anyone jumps to conclusions, this seems to be a very positive thing. It suggests that they've found a way to co-parent amicably, to put their daughter first, which, let's be real, is the most important thing. It takes a huge amount of maturity to navigate a separation and still prioritize your child's well-being above all else. It's another piece of the puzzle that shows this isn't the same wild child Posty from 5 years ago. This is a man who is clearly focused on stability and family. And where is this new family-focused life taking place? Hollywood? New York? Nope. He's traded the coasts for the mountains. He's raising his daughter in Utah, embracing what he calls a cowboy life. Can you even picture it? The man who brought us White Iverson is now probably wearing actual cowboy boots for, cowboy stuff.
not for fashion. And it sounds like his daughter is all in on this new lifestyle. The article says she's loving bike rides and has a toy horse. It's the most wholesome, down-to-earth image. It's a complete 180 from the life of excess his music so often portrays. You can almost see it. Instead of after parties in LA, it's quiet evenings in the Utah wilderness. Instead of the roar of a crowd, it's the laughter of his little girl. The way he talks about it, you can just feel the pure, unadulterated joy. He says, quote, "I think that's all you really need is just family at the end of the day." Man, that hits hard, because it's the truth. You can have all the #1 hits, all the awards, all the money, all the sold-out tours. But at the end of the day, when the lights go down and the crowds go home, what do you have left? For him, the answer is no longer the after-party. The answer is family. The answer is his daughter. He's discovered that the real lasting fulfillment in life doesn't come from the platinum plaques on the wall. It comes from the simple, beautiful moments. It comes from watching your daughter ride her bike, from seeing her excitement over a pony, from just being present. My take on all this? It's genuinely one of the most heartwarming celebrity stories I've come across in a long time. It's a reminder that people are not one-dimensional. The persona we see on stage or in music videos is just one sliver of who they are. Post Malone built a career on a foundation of party anthems and a devil-may-care attitude, but underneath it all was a man who, like all of us, was searching for something more. And he found it. He found it in fatherhood. He's not just a dad now. He's a dad who is so deeply, profoundly in love with the experience that it's reshaped his entire world. He's embracing the chaos, the uncertainty, and the pure, unfiltered joy of it all. He's proving that you can be covered in tattoos, have a history of being a wild rock star, and still be a dedicated, loving, and present father. The two are not mutually exclusive. In fact, maybe it's that rock star energy, that willingness to live life to the fullest, that's making him such a badass dad. He's not just going through the motions, he's diving in headfirst, just like he does with his music. So the next time you hear congratulations or circles on the radio, just take a second to picture it. The guy singing that song is probably out in Utah, cleaning up after a pony, and having the absolute time of his life. And honestly, that's a beautiful thing. It's a powerful story of growth, change, and finding out what truly matters. What do you guys think about this new side of Post Malone? Does it change how you see him as an artist? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you have to say. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more content just like this. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I'll catch you in the next one.